I drove 2,000 miles to surprise my wife, but found out the family friend was living in my house. Let me tell y'all how surprised visits turned into the worst 48 hours of my life. I'm a long haul trucker, been on the road for 12 years. I haul coast to coast, sometimes going for weeks. It's not glamorous, but it pays well. My wife, Amber, always said she respected my grind. We've been married 7 years. No kids yet, just her, our dog Duke, and the open road. At least, that's what I thought. I'd been on a 3 week run, Texas to Washington to Florida, and finally back through Missouri. But halfway through Florida, I hit a lucky break, early delivery, meaning I'd be ahead of schedule by a full day. I figured, what the hell? Let me surprise Amber. I even picked up her favorite flowers from a little roadside stand in Georgia, white lilies. We hadn't had real time together in weeks. I missed her. I was picturing the smile on her face, the kiss, maybe even a little reconnecting. But when I pulled into my driveway just after 8 a.m., I saw a red Dodge Charger parked outside. That car didn't belong to any of our neighbors, and it definitely didn't belong to us. I got that gut feeling, the one you get when your body knows before your brain does. I quietly pulled my ring around the side and walked up the back path to the house. Duke didn't bark, which was weird. That dog barks at the leaves falling off the trees, but this time, dead silent. I stepped in through the laundry room. The first thing I noticed, a pair of size 13 sneakers next to the door. I wear 11s. Then I heard it, voices, male voice laughing, then Amber's voice giggling like she was on a damn date. I walked slowly toward the kitchen and peeked in. There he was, shirtless, sitting at my kitchen table, eating eggs off of one of my plates. Amber standing over him in a robe I brought her from Nashville. She fed him a piece of bacon with her fingers. I stood there, frozen, heart pounding, so hard I could hear it in my teeth. Then she turned and saw me. And do you know what the first thing she said was? You said you'd be home by Friday. Like I was the one who ruined her weekend. I asked who he was. She said, it's not what it looks like. This is Marcus. He's an old friend from church. Church? Girl, when was the last time you even prayed? I looked Marcus dead in the eyes. You know she's married. He shrugged. She said, y'all were separated. Amber gasped. I never said that. They started arguing in front of me. I walked outside before I did something that would land me in cuffs. I sat in my truck, staring at the lilies I brought her, just laying there on the passenger seat like a damn fool. I stayed in a hotel that night. Amber tried calling, texting. She said she was confused, that it just happened, that she was lonely, and felt like I wasn't there for her emotionally. You know what else happened? I found out Marcus wasn't just some random guy. He'd been coming around for months. My neighbor across the street, sweet old lady named Joyce, texted me and said, that red car been there 2, 3 times a week for a while now. I thought you two had company. She even sent me a ring footage of him showing up with a duffel bag. I was sick. I didn't blow up. I didn't trash the house. I got smart. See, while Amber had been playing houses with Marcus, I had been making quiet moves. I've been stacking money, bought some land back in Oklahoma, 4 acres, was planning to build us a house there, retire from the road. But now, new plan. I hired a lawyer, fast, quiet, effective. Amber didn't know I kept the house in my name only. Didn't know I had recordings from the neighbors. Didn't know I had every bank record showing she used my money to take Marcus on trips. Yup, found the receipts. Spa days, hotels, even a $300 steakhouse tab. And you know what? She paid with our joint account. 2 weeks later, I came back, but not alone. I brought a realtor, a locksmith, and a sheriff's deputy. Amber answered the door in tears. Baby, please, I made a mistake. I told her the house was being sold. She had 72 hours to get her stuff and leave. She screamed, cried, and begged. Then she said, you're really throwing me away? Everything we had over one mistake, that's when I dropped the hammer. I pulled out my phone and played the voicemail she left me 2 nights before. Marcus treats me like a woman. He sees me. I hit stop, looked her in the eyes. You should have stayed seen. Now you can disappear. That was 14 months ago. I sold the house, moved to my land in Oklahoma, built a small, beautiful home with custom hardwood floors and a wraparound porch. I'm done dating again and nothing serious, but it's honest. Duke still is with me, still barks at everything except snakes and women who cheat. And me, I still drive trucks, but only 10 days a month. The rest of the time, I sit on my porch, watch the sun go down, drink whiskey, and smile. Because the woman who thought she could play me is now living in a 1 bedroom apartment with Marcus, whose red Dodge Charger got repossessed last winter. Remember, if you have a gut feeling, most likely it's right. Go with it. And most importantly, do you know where your kids are? And if you like more stories like this, subscribe for more. And if you have suggestions, reach out to my email in my bio. This is something I recently inspired to do, making dating content and Reddit stories. I have a kid on the way as my firstborn. And I recently left a job that wasn't serving me. So, I'm starting my YouTube journey and I'm going to make this my career. And with the support of people like you guys, everyone watching around the world, if you can relate to how the economy is, hurting us and we're trying to find new sources of income and things we like to do, I think this channel is for you. And I can relate to the everyday person. You guys have to understand that it's hard out here for everyone in the world right now, especially with finances and things going up. And it's like, if I'm going to work a job and only make enough to be able to barely afford my rent, it might as well be something you love or I love. And I love entertaining. I love doing things like this. I love doing YouTube. So if anybody's watching this video and you like stories like this, and this is something you like to watch in your spare time, please subscribe. Thank y'all very much.